Whoa, what it do, man? It's Hot Boy Turk, and y'all already know, man. Finally, man, Nolazine. Let's get it.
Okay, well, I want to start by giving you, your flowers.
Yeah.
Because, I had a lot of people came on Nolazine and talk about you and these infamous stories.
Yeah.
But, I want to talk about the positivity.
Yeah.
So I just want to give you flowers even before we start this.
A lot of people that came on don't even know me. You feel me?
Right.
They don't even know me, but, I appreciate you, man, and I'm a big fan of your whole campaign, bro. You know what I'm talking about?
Gotcha. So, let's bring it back to the early 90s. Like, what year would you say that you wrote your first rap?
Probably like 91, 92, you know what I'm saying? I was probably like 12 years old, something like that, you know what I'm saying? Just playing around, messing around with it. Not nothing serious, you know what I'm talking about?
Gotcha. So, after that, if that was around the time when in New Orleans, bounce music, it was like first introduced.
Yeah.
So
Bounce
like,
music.
bring us back what year was that the first time you heard TT Tucker and that
Hey,
bounce music come out?
That TT Tucker was what we was making raps off of, you know what I'm saying? TT Tucker, DJ Herb, you know what I'm saying? Do the Jubilee, you know what I'm saying? All that there. And I was a big 8-Ball and MJG fan. Never knew they were from Memphis, but just listening to that type of music and writing raps to the beats when we used to get 2 radios and one we played a beat on and the other one we record on, you know what I'm saying? I did all that, but never thought that I was going to be a rapper, rapping at DJs and stuff like that. It just happened that way, you feel me?
Gotcha. So, fast forward. Hey, but when was your first time that you actually rapped that one DJ?
The Magnolia always had DJs every week. That was like something that you look forward to. And you always had Magnolia Short and Magnolia Slim 6 Shots. My partner Brandon, man, like he was a beast. I'm talking about? A lot of people don't ever mention him. I don't know where he at right now, but he used to always grab that mic and go off. He used to freestyle, like he used to do his shit back in the days, you know what I'm saying? And I used to see the attention that they getting from it, right? And I always wanted that attention. I ain't lying, man. Being young, you come up in a project, you want that attention that you see everybody else getting. And that's what kind of sparked me into getting into it. And you'll be surprised, man. ABC, Another Bad Creation, you feel me? They had the song Aisha, and the girls used to be crazy about them little niggas, and I kind of was hating on them, jealous of them, you feel me? And I was like, man, if they could do music and have the girls running behind them, you feel me? I most definitely could do the same thing, and that's how I started, you feel me?
Gotcha. So, fast forward even that, everyone hears multiple stories how it happened, but I want to hear from your words, how was you introduced to Baby, and also how did you get signed to Cash Money?
I actually got signed to Cash Money through Slim. I was introduced through Magnolia Shorty at a DJ. So anybody that's out there, man, it ain't where you start, it's how you finish, you feel me? And I started at the DJs, man, and I got signed at it, you know what I'm saying? And when Magnolia Shorty kept her word for me, I just delivered, and a song that I actually wrote this year called For Them Soldiers, I rapped that to Slim, the chorus, you know what I'm saying? And he liked it. He gave me a card, told me to come to the studio. I used to play football at the time, so when I was playing football at Booker T, everybody probably know where Booker T around the Callio Project. I'm from the Magnolia, but I went to Callio School, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my partners from the used to go after football practice to the studio, man. Juvenile was working on Soulja Rag album at the time. And I wound up getting on about 3 songs on the Soulja Rag album. And shit, it just was history after that. They put the Hot Boys together, and I was in the right place at the right time. It was actually 5 of us at first, and as time went on, you know, they narrowed it down to 4, and I was part of it.
All right. So but I heard you talk about it, but like I want to hear like if how it was just going to the studio. Actually, when it was all 5 of y'all.
Just friendly competition, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had to be better than the next. You wasn't gonna get on the song, you know, and that's what it was, you know what I'm saying? Me and Wayne used to always write together. So we was kind of like in competition with BG and Juvenile, you know. At the time, BG Derek, you know, he used to write raps with me and Wayne all the time too. And like Derek was one of those ones that he was in and out, you know what I'm talking about? That was baby nephew, you know, and he was like really in them trenches, like hard thugging for real, you know. Baby was kind of like trying to keep all us away from that, but Derek wasn't going, you feel me? He going back to that tent walk. You know, I sneak up and down to the Magnolia at times, you know what I'm saying? But Baby was kind of like, you know, our father figure, you know what I'm saying? And he grabbed us away from it. And you know, unfortunately, the situation happened to Derek, you know, and you know, like we went on and became who we became, bro. You feel me? The 4 Hot Boys.
Gotcha. So if you try to set it on fire, well, I won't ask this question because I don't hear a lot of people ask this question because like if I asked a few people, but how was the city when at the time they had talent shows of like people trying to get signed to Cash Money and also Big Boy Records.
Yeah.
So like I want you to bring me to the years when it was lit, right? It was really like 2 labels trying to fight for that on like top spot of New Orleans.
You know, when Big Boy and Cash Money was doing their thing, I kind of wasn't around then. You know, I was still like calling 9 o'clock prop. Shout out to Wild Wayne, and still rapping at DJs. You know, shout out to Partners in Crime and Mystical and all them, man. With Big Boys, I remember the time. You know, they was kind of like dissing each other. UNLV, the BGs, which was Wayne and BG at the time. You know, Miss T, you feel me? All old Lil Slim, you know, and it just was like the 2 top dogs of the city. You know, a lot of people thought it was No Limit and Cash Money, but it was Big Boy and Cash Money. You know, and that was a tight little war going on of words back in the days, you feel me? But of course, everybody was rocking with Cash Money for some strange reason, bro. Like, we love Cash Money. And when we tell people that, people be thinking we be hating and whatever, but, I tell people we wasn't really into No Limit, and that's just the honest truth, you feel me? Like, we was all into CMB.
Right, yeah, I was like, because the world seen it as No Limit and Cash Money, but New Orleans knew it was Big Boy and Cash Money.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gotcha. So, bring me to 1998 when Juvenile, Big Hunt, that's like the world saw the Magnolia.
Yeah. When Juvenile made that Hunt song, I mean, like every time we were making music, bro, it was just like we just was in a studio doing music. Like, we never thought nothing of it, and just shooting the video, just another day, uptown. Man, let's get this over with. I'm ready to go. Cause at the time I was doing, drugging and thugging. You feel me? And when it took off the way it took off, it was a surprise, And I never really like felt that we was big. When I went to prison, that's when I kind of start realizing, damn, nigga, somebody. Cause a lot of people was like, man, when you gonna do the Hot Boy reunion? I'm doing all this time. They asking about the Hot Boy reunion all this years later, you know what I'm saying? And still to this day, you feel me? And I've been home 12 years. I did 8 months and 16 days. So, that's what, 20 years. And it's still, on my head with it, So, man, I don't know, bro. It's always a good feeling being a part of something that's, legendary as, Cash Money, the Hot Boys, or anything that's affiliated with that.
That's why, you was, all them years you was just living in the moment.
Yeah, just.
Cause like, y'all did a lot in those years before you went to jail. Like,
yeah.
And with that tour, for instance, the Cash Money Ruff Ryder. Like, how was that experience for you? Like traveling and just, I don't want to say nothing crazy because your wife here, but just the groupies, everything on the road.
Yeah. Hey man, my wife a gangster, man. She knows what's up. I mean, that's just what it was. It was, a lot of that, fun, young, full of cum, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm glad I met my wife though, you feel me? And I ain't get taken out by the things that we was doing, you know, because we was young and reckless back in the days, bro. And we had a lot of fun just going around the world, places that we never been. You know, like when you touring, bro, it's a whole nother world, because you meet so many people, you know what I'm talking about? And you see so many things, especially coming from the project. You know, you from the hood, you ain't never see these things, you know what I'm talking about? And being able to see snow for the first time. Coming from New Orleans, you barely saw snow, you know what I'm saying? It snowed probably every 5-10 years or something, you know? But to see heavy snow in Minnesota, you know what I'm saying? Being below, -21, like I never experienced that till I started hitting the road, you feel me? So, yeah.
So, you know, I saw Parlay say, you know, if the Arabs owed them some money, and for the white tees, everybody in the world know reason tees came from y'all.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, do you feel like, but y'all miss some type of like sponsorship with, you know, t-shirts and Reebok?
And you know, it's nothing new under the sun, bro. Like, when I be seeing a lot of people going back and forth about who started this and who did what, you know, by me being the age that I'm at now, I understand that it's nothing new. You feel me? Like, sometimes people do it better, you know. And that's just what it is, man. The sponsors, we had a couple sponsors back in the days, you know, but I probably didn't know what it really was, how I know now, you know, like having Reebok with our name on it, Hot Boys on it. I'm pretty sure that was a sponsor, you know, because we used to get a lot of that shit and wear it on tour. We had coloring books with our faces and shit on it, you know what I'm saying? I remember Iceberg used to always come drop off Iceberg gear for Lil Wayne. That's why he was Iceberg Shorty, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, the sponsors is where it's at now that I know. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Thanks. So, you know, with that being said, you know, the movie, all the Blockin came out.
Yeah.
And hey, that was your first time acting, right?
I mean, I'm always was an actor, you know, but that was my first time getting, you know, on the screen and like 30 days of doing the same thing. Like, we about to shoot a movie, you feel me? That was my first time doing that in that, you know, format of it. But it was a pretty good experience, you feel me? Like, we did that in 30 days, bro. And to be honest, like, they had a script, but the script kind of like, you know, baby, like, man, we ain't about to read no script, you feel me? And we all really, like, just freestyled it, bro. You know, they probably set the scene and we just went on with it just like how we doing the interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't scripted, it's gifted, you feel me?
And, you know, if I was just watching ball, like, and I had to laugh, I'm like, you know, people always use Soul as the plug.
Yeah.
Did you think that was funny?
Hey, Soul, that's my guy, man. Hey, man. Hey, Soul, holla at me. He did. Now, I think it was funny how Soul was talking at the time, man. He didn't understand. I want all this bling bling, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, you know. And he say, nah, yeah, that shit good. That shit real good. Some shit he say when we were tasting the dope, you know. And so you with the police in that movie too, Nick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But nah, shout out to Soul's jury,
it was
man.
funny, but y'all actually robbed Soul's jury in the movie too.
Yeah. His daddy, I think, we man Wayne, you know, laid him down, you know, went in there. You know what I'm saying? That was a great scene, bro. Like, that movie, bro, I think it deserved a part 2, bro. Like, for real. Because that was a hood classic, bro. And I be trying to put my kids on and they don't be wanting to watch this shit, though. But, you know, like it's like a hood classic, for real.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, you know, if the years pass, if your first debut album come out, you know, how long did you actually anticipate that album, and like, did you name it, and like, tell me everything that actually
Young and
went on with it?
Young and Thuggin' just basically was how I was living. You know, it was easy. Like, you know, it was a no-brainer when I came out with it, man. At the time, Juvenile wasn't with Cash Money no more, so Juvenile wasn't on the album, so we didn't have the chemistry that we always had on my album that we had on everybody else's album. And to be honest, I feel like that kind of like had an impact on it, you know what I'm saying? Because Juvenile within itself, he gonna make sure, man, he gonna bring platinum or something, you feel me? Just having Juvie on it. And I think missing Juvie on the album with a lot more other things, you know, during the time when we was kind of like going through what we were going through, it affected Young and Thuggin'. but most importantly, you know, me myself, you know, not being motivated or, you know, not focused how I should have been focused. Like far as pushing that album myself, I was missing 106 and Park premieres and all kind of shit that people probably thought was other people, you know, doing, but it was really me.
Man, I think you still have one of the hardest songs from that album to come out. Because, like, actually, you know, if that artist from down here and made a song and, you know, made you a feature, and like kept tagging y'all of Great White Styles. And like yesterday, I just told him, like, you still need to drop that video.
Yeah, that is in me, man. A lot of people feel that, bro. And I actually did another part of it is in me, you know what I'm saying? Like, people be wanting me to remake a lot of songs, you know what I'm saying? I be dipping and dabbing in them sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But I went from young and thugging to big thugging and rich thugging, man. You feel me? Still thugging, taking hardship, using God's gift in spite of negativity.
And your video actually had, I'm like, BG Derek in it.
Yeah. We all, I was the first rapper with the hologram, man. yeah. When we pressed the button and we went into the transit, I was the first one, like Soulja Boy.
It was your first one for a lot of things.
Hey, for real, bro, like, really just being a part of that whole Cash Money movement, bro, like, I think, like, we were, like, all trendsetters, you know, we was introducing a lot of stuff to the game, bro. And I ain't gonna say we was kind of like the only one doing it, but we had the spotlight on us. So, you know, whoever had a spotlight gonna always be the one to, like, be the one that did it. You know what I'm talking about?
Gotcha. So, hey, before we go forward, I'm gonna say, man, it's a blessing that you're here. Because when I first heard your story with the police, I'm like, he made it out the house. I'm just gonna say it's a blessing for you to even be here talking to me right now. Can you kind of explain a little of that situation? Because I also know if you dropped the book after that as well, so I don't want you to go fully in detail. I want you to
man, the autobiography Turk got everything in it, you know. But y'all know I caught a situation in Memphis. I was in a shootout with the police, man. Thought I was being robbed. One thing led to another. 22 years later, got the time cut. 8 months, 16 days later. You feel me? I got out, bro, and it is a blessing, man, because they shot 52 times in that house, you know. And my documentary coming soon, man. The story gonna be told like it should, you know. Like, you can't rush great things, bro. Like, and I think a lot of people need to hear it and see it. It's different from hearing it, but when you see it, and you know, you able to like control your narrative and not let nobody else tell your story. You feel me? It's different.
Gotcha. Yeah, but I remember you came home, you know, and that's around the time that I first met you and Elvin, and I just felt like, you know, New Orleans didn't like celebrate you how they were supposed to. And so how you felt about that?
You know, I know New Orleans. I know how they be, bro. Like, New Orleans don't celebrate nobody, man. You feel me? To be real, like, if you in New Orleans face, they gonna celebrate you. Like tonight, we doing the Jubilee Badge. You gonna see the celebration. You gonna feel the love. You feel me? Like, that's just what it is. New Orleans be wanting you to be there and don't be late. You feel me? And if you not being there, you feel me? They gonna feel like you let them down and they not gonna support you. You feel me?
So, like, you know, being in the game over 20 plus years, I don't want to say your age, but
43, man. Yeah, look like I'm 23, man. You do.
Hey, so what do you enjoy most about this, and like, what do you actually, dislike about the game?
I mean, I love it, bro. Like, you know, it's a way for people to express themselves. You feel me? Like, if you express yourself through your pain and music, you know, and help somebody else that's going through the same thing, you know, I think it's wonderful. You feel me? I think it's gonna be here forever. You know, they talk about hip hop is gone, but nah, man. You know, it just took a kind of like a reset, I believe. You feel me? And a lot of the OGs, to be honest, is coming back. You know, like because like we have stories to tell, man. And a lot of the youngsters, they getting indicted, they getting RICO, like they going through it right now. So we know better. Y'all better catch up and stop letting them people trick you off the streets, but you're really doing it to yourself.
Gotcha. So, you know, and so what's your advice to someone that's younger right now, that's watching this interview and like thinking about following your footsteps?
Man, take care of your business, man. It's like 90% business, 10% talent. You know, 95%, 97% business, 3% talent. You feel me? And if you ain't taking care of your business, like, don't complain when you don't get what you're supposed to get as far as your digits, you know? Because at the end of the day, you gotta like point that finger at you and not at the one who, you know, supposed to be cutting you that check. You know, because at the end of the day, ain't nobody putting no gun in your head, ain't nobody hanging you over no banister, you know what I'm saying? They ain't doing none of that. You have to read, you have to research, you have to have the right people who can execute contracts.
So, you know, also when you first came home, and I saw one rapper ever really showed you love and like really celebrated you, and that was Bankroll Fresh. So, you know, how did you meet him? And like, you know, how did the remix come about?
Bankroll, man, that was like, you know, he said his mom used to, I used to be his mama's favorite rapper. You feel me? And he reminded
you was
me, you know, I ain't say stepdad, big brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, respect, man, you know. But man, Bankroll just was a cool dude, man, and he reached out to me. I reached out back, you know. We got the Hot Boy remix. We kind of like finessed it. I ain't gonna tell y'all our finesse, but we made it happen, and everybody was cool with it. You know, me and Wayne was on the road, you know, through Elvin Mays, you know what I'm saying? And I talked to Wayne on the road and told him about, you know, the movement of what we were doing with the record. And Wayne was for it, you feel me? We got Wayne verse. Juvie did his verse, I did mine, Bankroll did his, and that's how the song happened, you feel me? Shout out to Pretty Boy Tank too, man, Bankroll DJ, who was behind that record as well.
And guess what? That was the closest thing that we got to a Hot Boy reunion song at first.
Nah, I did that Zip It, and I actually had BG rapping from jail. When I came home, we did Zip It. Y'all go check that out. It's on all platforms. And I put the first Hot Boy song together.
Okay, well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, you know, everybody see all the controversy going on the internet and everything like this. I want you to give a message to the media and the blogs who trying to paint their own narrative right now.
You know, they gonna do that, man. It's a job and they get paid for it, you feel me? But it's no problems with me and my brothers, man. We're in a good space, you know, everybody is doing what they do. Everybody is standing their own ground and getting their own money. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, me and Juvie is doing a show together. Juvie birthday bash. Shout out to him. Happy birthday. Happy late birthday to Manny Fresh, you know what I'm saying? And y'all pull up. If you don't pull up, you're gonna be hearing about it, you feel me?
Yeah, but I'm coming to record it, and so I give it to everybody behind the walls who can't see it in person.
Yeah, shout out to YT Incarcerated, man, the magazine. Shout out to my dog T-Mac, man, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, all them writers that behind them walls that write them books, writing them movies, y'all get at me, man. Me and my dog T-Mac, man, we coming. You feel me? We pushing that YT Incarcerated.
Gotcha. So this is a question I always want to ask you, just personally, like, if the first time I saw you, when I was younger, what you collaborated with, I'm like 360 Mafia, it was always one, I'm like New Orleans, Memphis type of thing, but you actually moved to Memphis, so like, so how did the city of like Memphis actually, brought you in and kind of embraced you?
Memphis was like New Orleans, man, when I moved there. Before I moved there, I was going to South Memphis, and they had the same type of drugs that New Orleans had that I was using, you feel me? So that was a plus at that time, and I was embraced by some real street niggas, man, you know what I'm talking about? And when I met my girl, you feel me, we was together like 2 months. I wound up catching my case, and when I came home, bro, I paroled out to Memphis, you feel me? My wife wound up being my wife. She got pregnant with my twins, and I was there until I moved to Atlanta, you feel me?
So like, if I heard you speak on that often about having somebody, it was real solid in your corner, but it was crazy because like I didn't know you was only with her if for 2 months before you went to jail, so like she was real loyal, like she didn't have to be loyal.
She didn't have to be, and that's rare. Like, nobody can't tell me about loyalty, man. Like, if you ain't being loyal like she was, man, shit, it's gonna be hard for you to talk about anything that's loyal. Cause I seen it firsthand what it is. when a motherfucker ain't have nothing. So it wasn't about what a nigga had, what a nigga could give. It was just, I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? And you don't find that too many people.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna just speak on one person from the Magnolia. Every time I always, if I thought of a different narrative, he always like, nah, you got Turk wrong. And I'm gonna shout out Magnolia Levy because he always had your back.
Magnolia Levy, my guy.
Yeah.
And like I say, man, for the ones who do be talking, they don't even know me, man. Tell them to pull up tell them to pull up a picture with me and them. You feel me?
You ain't got one. They ain't got one, huh?
If they got a picture with me and them, then you know they might be talking about something. But it's all love, man. It just be, you know, hate going in the opposite direction is love. So once they love themselves, man, they'll know how to love everybody else. I don't be tripping, you feel me? When you're successful, that's what come with it.
Gotcha. So tell us, like, what's next for you?
Man, just like whatever come with, you know, being consistent, bro. Like, you know, I just see myself just keep going up, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no more going back down. You know, whatever up is for me, that's what it gonna be, you feel me? I got my movie, Reckless, that I wanna put out, you know what I'm saying? That I'm gonna put out. My documentary, pushing my story to a whole nother level, you know what I'm saying? My story legendary, bro. I done told it on so many different formats. I still got Joseph album that I'm working on, been dropping singles, just, you know, playing with it, and it's still working, bro. Like, you know, wherever I go, I'm going, you hear me?
Gotcha. And also, last but not least, tell the world, what can they find you on social media and everywhere else?
Yeah, y'all already know, man. I like'emhot.com for that season, you hear me? Holla at me on Original Hot Boy Turk on Instagram. And follow me on YouTube, man. I'm on the road to 100,000 subscribers. We almost at 70,000. Original Hot Boy Turk, man. You know what I'm saying? Organic. That's how I do it. They can't stand it, but it is what it is. You hear me? Yeah.
Nolazine make them scream, you heard me.